up on Takedown with Chris Hansen. In Monroe County, Michigan, one man is ready to score.
All right, I'm here, so here I come.
But when he's nose to nose with me, he calls an audible.
And you know why I think you did it? Because I think you wanted to fulfill a fantasy.
I wasn't gonna do anything.
And now you're in a world of trouble.
I think I need a lawyer.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TrueBlue.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on True Blue.
I'm in Monroe County, Michigan, just 90 minutes from Detroit, where the NFL draft was going on. But Sheriff Troy Goodenough has assembled his own team, the Viper Team, for Operation Unsportsmanlike Conduct to identify and expose potential child predators.
All right, well, again, thank you, Genesee County. Thank you for coming, Chris.
Thank you,
MSP,
sir.
obviously.
While NFL prospects are waiting for life-changing phone calls, a detective posing as a 15-year-old girl receives a different kind of call.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just calling to let you know I was on my way.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Yeah, my phone gets really weird and sometimes it won't answer fast enough, so.
Okay. And I wanted to hear your voice.
Well, here it is.
You sound older than 15.
Oh, well, I wish I was older than 15.
Okay, me too.
All right, so how long until you're here?
Probably 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. So when you're closer, just let me know and then I'll let you know what room it is.
All right.
All right, I'll see you soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Ida guy's coming.
I need to know more about this Ida guy, as Ida is a small township in Monroe County, so I get the details from the detective.
But he's coming from Ida. He's talked about you wanting you naked when he gets here.
This is the guy who wants to just rim me and play with it in the shower. This is the guy that saved my pictures from the site and sent them back to me because he didn't want them in his photo album, but he wants to still keep them in our thread.
Oh, I see.
He wants bareback. This is how it started. Bareback, and I said as long as you're clean. Sounds fun if you're really 19. How much to come pick you up and take you to my place in Ida, the country area. I said I'm not 19. It says so. I said I'm 15. And he goes, I'm not rushing into it because of your age. If you need a job and a roof, keep me in mind. And then he asked for a good picture. I said, are you gonna report me? Because he wanted like a good face picture. He said, no, I want a picture in case you text me one day. And I sent him a picture not of my face. And I told him I was scared to send my face. That's fine, but hopefully you're cool with everything I said. Can I send your post? And then that's when he sent back my pictures.
Got it.
So that way he didn't have them on his album. And then he said, you should let me come get you tomorrow when you decide to leave and don't know where you're going. I said, are you trying to kidnap me? He said, nope, absolutely not. Just make sure you're okay. I assured him I was okay. And then he wants to do breakfast tomorrow so he could at least meet me. He said he was scared because of my age now that I told him. And then he asked how much for DFK. What was that again? French kissing. Deep French kissing. Deep French kissing in his pickup tonight. I'm not going in a room with you. I said, I'm going to be honest. I don't feel comfortable going out to your car yet. He's like, I understand. I was just trying to find a happy medium. Only thing I could think of was breakfast. It's not every day a cutie like you shows up in Monroe posting. He wants to build trust and become friends. And then I said, what do you want? He said French kissing, something rimming you. I don't know what that word was supposed to be. So you're okay with everything I just asked for then? I said, as long as you're okay with me being 15. And then he says, can I wash it in your shower for 2 minutes with my hand before I do? I wish you wouldn't have brought that up again. I am thinking nobody knows unless they ask. I didn't exactly ask, but you told me. So he hated that I retold him that I was 15 and wished I would have just... I said, sorry, yes, you can wash me in my shower. He goes, you're funny, but I like it. Will you be naked when you answer the door so you can get right in the shower? And he goes, I'm 40 minutes away, plus I need time to get ready. Okay. And he goes, you're so friendly, you're scaring me. And I said, do you want me to be mean? And he goes, no, but I'll just come meet you naked for the donation. And he says, so you're okay with what I just said? I said, yes. And then he said he was getting ready, blah, blah, blah. And then he called.
All right, so he's on his way.
Yep.
That was a lot to digest. So, just to recap, this man from Ida wants to take a 15-year-old girl out to the country area, wants to get breakfast with her, maybe a car date, do sexually explicit things, and is scared that her age is 15. I think that about covers the highlights.
He's calling.
He's arrived at the hotel, but there's a snag.
Hello?
Damn, this is a big place.
I know. It's easy to get lost at it.
Are you in the building closest to the expressway?
Yeah, so if you go through the front lobby and you go up the elevator, and I'm on 204.
Okay, 204.
Yep.
All right, I'm here, so here I come.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We then learn that Ida guy is actually Luke. Let's see if Luke follows directions as the Viper team and I get into position.
How are you tonight?
Sheriff's office. Turn around back. On your back. Behind your back.
They put Luke in handcuffs immediately for safety, but rather than heading to the shower with a 15-year-old girl, he's led to a chair across from me.
Hey, Luke. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What was your plan here tonight?
I was just gonna meet her.
Meet who?
Kaylee, I guess.
Kaylee. Okay. And how old is Kaylee?
She was saying 15,
15. And how old are you, Luke?
62.
62. And Luke, what do you do for a living?
I'm self-employed in the nursery business.
Like outdoors, plants, and things like that?
Yes.
Landscaping?
Yep.
And where's the business?
Ida?
Have you had the business for a long time?
Yes.
Successful?
Sort of. It's going downhill.
Yeah. Are you a married fellow, Luke?
No.
Do you have kids?
No.
So what made you go online and prowl around, ultimately meeting a 15-year-old girl, having a sexually charged conversation, then showing up here?
It's a long story, but she seemed like, in the beginning, didn't know where she was gonna go, and I just wanted to make sure she had a roof on her head, I guess.
You're just going to be the good Samaritan.
Yeah, because I know it sounds bad, but...
It doesn't look good. There's a lot of sex talk.
And I also asked her if she needed a job. I didn't say nursery, but...
Why did you ask her to be naked when you arrived?
Just to see her, I guess.
Just to see her naked. This 15-year-old girl.
Oh, I know, it's bad. But like my last text said, I'm not going to touch you. I was trying to send it and you guys nailed me.
Oh, so you were going to send a text saying, I'm not going to touch you.
Yes.
Just as you walked in and got arrested. So at the very last minute,
because
you found a conscience.
No, I just was trying to play safe, and I think I said that too.
Trying to play it safe. What part of trying to play it safe involves you wanting her waiting here naked and then getting into the shower while you watch? What's playing it safe about that, Luke?
I wasn't gonna follow through with it.
You
that's
weren't.
for sure.
You know, I hear that a lot, Luke.
Yep, and that's probably do, but I was just trying to send that last text. I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah, but there was a whole lot of I'm gonna touch you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I want you naked, I want you in the shower before you got to that point.
She was a little bit of a instigator herself, and I
Really?
Yes.
I hear that a lot from the men who show up in our investigations, that the underage girl was the one who was the instigator. It's not a great defense.
A 15-year-old instigator.
Yes.
Yeah? In what way, Luke?
She was saying what she liked.
Like what?
Having her butt played with.
And you were game for that?
No, I was
Just playing around.
just playing around.
Just playing around. What is DFK?
Deep French kiss.
And you wanted to do that with this girl.
No.
You said it in the chat.
I know, I was
Just playing around. Not every day a cutie like you shows up in Monroe.
it's true.
You think this is funny?
No, it's not.
Then why are you laughing?
I guess I won't.
What did you mean by that? Not every day a cutie like you shows up here in Monroe.
It just seemed too odd. Too odd. That's why I said I was not gonna touch her.
Then why did you come here?
Just to meet her.
Just to meet her. All of a sudden,
Yes.
you just
Yep.
wanted to come here on a Friday night.
That's
Can't
what-
stay home and watch the NFL draft. You got to come over here and meet a 15-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation. Do I have that right?
That's true.
Help me to understand why you would do that, Luke.
In one of the texts said, I just wanted to make sure you was safe and you had a roof over your head. And I hear about this on TV where girls are in trouble. And I was just,
You know what else you hear about on TV?
what?
Fellas trying to meet underage girls for sex.
I know, but I wasn't
what?
I wasn't going to.
You weren't going to.
Nope, no way.
So you're just going to walk in, and if she was naked, you're just going to look her over,
That's all.
going to watch her in the shower.
I wasn't gonna do that either. My last text says I'm not gonna touch you.
It sounds like you're trying to cover your ass.
You can look at my phone.
But why even go down this road? How long was the drive from?
30 minutes.
30 minutes from Ida. And at any time during that drive, that 30 minutes, did you think to yourself, Luke, I'm an idiot for doing this? This is wrong?
Yes, but
You did it anyway. And you know why I think you did it? Because I think you wanted to fulfill a fantasy of yours. Otherwise, you would have turned around and gone home and watched the NFL draft, like most 62-year-old guys are doing on a Friday night here in Michigan. But you're here. And now you're in a world of trouble because you didn't turn around, because you had a sex chat with a girl or someone you thought was a girl. What would have happened, Luke, if we weren't here and a 15-year-old girl was here? Tell me what would have happened.
I wasn't gonna.
You wasn't gonna what?
I wasn't gonna do anything.
You wasn't gonna do anything. It doesn't make sense, Luke. Not after
I
that
know,
chat.
but
What am I to believe here? How do you think this looks? Doesn't look good, does it?
no, but
You had a phone call where she reminded you that she was 15.
I wasn't gonna touch her. That's all I can say.
I know, but it doesn't make sense. And you already broke the law by having the chat you had with her. Did you bring money with you?
I always got money.
How much were you going to give her? Mr. Good Samaritan.
Do I need a lawyer?
That's not up to me. There's some folks here who'll talk about all that in a minute. Here's what you do need to know, though, Luke, is that I'm Chris Hansen. And I do stories on men trying to meet children for sex. And this is one of those stories. Is there anything else you want folks to know about the situation you're in right now? You ever meet anyone else online for sex?
I think I need a lawyer. I don't know.
Well, I can't make you talk to me. I'm just trying to understand why a fellow in your position would do what you did tonight, that's all. It doesn't seem like this is your first time based upon how familiar you were with the social media platform you were using.
Since I'm throwing a flag on the story he's trying to give me, I go to the instant replay. Read back some of the messages he sent to someone he thought was a 15-year-old girl.
You said you were scared because of the age.
Yeah.
You wanted to come get her and take her to your place. You said you'd seen her pictures before. What did you mean by that?
I thought I did.
You thought you did. Where did you think you saw her pictures before?
On the same place I saw him today.
On a site for sex. Do you frequent that site?
Not very often.
Not very often. Have you met women for sex on that site before?
I think I need a lawyer.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Luke. Is there anything else you want people to know? Is there anything you want to say to other men who might be contemplating doing the same thing you did tonight?
I know it was wrong, man. I swear to God I wasn't gonna touch her. Like my last text, I was trying to send it as I walked through the door.
Seems like it would have been good to send that before you left the house and drove 30 minutes over here.
I kind of did in littler ways, but
But you're here.
I know I'm here, but I was also sending little
I know,
hints
but the
like
fact that you're here
Okay.
speaks volumes about your intent. Because if you didn't intend to do anything, you wouldn't have come here. You just stayed home, right?
I need a lawyer.
Okay. Well, Luke, there's some folks here. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Okay. There's some folks here who are going to talk you through all that, all right? And thanks for chatting with me. I appreciate it.
All right, Luke, you'll be coming with us here. One moment.
While it looks like I have a few more moments with Luke, I have a couple more questions, and one of his answers is truly heartbreaking.
Did you bring any Viagra or ED drugs with you tonight? Any in your truck?
No.
Any condoms?
No.
Just the money?
I always got money.
You live alone?
No.
Who do you live with?
I'm taking care of my 96-year-old mom.
You're taking care of your 96-year-old
Yes.
mom. And what the hell are you doing here if you're supposed to be taking care of your 96-year-old mom?
She's sleeping now.
She's sleeping now. How the hell are you going to explain that one?
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, Luke, come with me.
As Luke is taken down to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for further questioning, a welfare check will be conducted on his mother.
He was supposed to be taking care of his 96-year-old mother. Now imagine how this is going to impact her. And this is what I mean by collateral damage. I talk about it all the time. This poor woman's going to wake up confused, looking for her son. In the meantime, he's going to be working his way through the Monroe County justice system. Why? For what?
Luke was charged with child sexually abusive activity, accosting and soliciting a minor, and using a computer to commit a crime. We'll keep you posted on the case against Luke. Sergeant Jeff Hooper, who oversees the Viper team, knows very well that Luke will face consequences for his actions. It concerns him, though, about the collateral damage.
This latest fellow was 62 years old. He showed up after a sexually charged conversation with someone who made it very clear they were 15. He wanted her naked upon arrival. There was talk of being in the shower, other sexual acts. And he's supposed to be at home taking care of his 96-year-old mother, 30 minutes away. I mean, it's heartbreaking on one hand, but just so offensive on the other.
It is. That's the heartbreaking aspect of this. You know, ultimately we want to get the bad guys, but there's always the family that has to deal with what these guys have done.
The collateral damage.
The collateral damage, which truly, most of the time, they don't deserve.
Watch TrueBlue.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations.